Hey guys, Steve from South African Hunting Journal here. We're a sunny Sunday at Wild Creek 3D targets. Yesterday, well, it started on Friday at 5:30. Magnum Archery sent us a WhatsApp telling us that my Hoyt AX-90 was here. So yesterday, plans changed. We went through to Magnum. Johnny got us set up. Wasn't, too much of a mission setting the bow. We had to change shims because the bow came in at the 27th and the 28th. So we just changed the shims out. The XTS tuning system, which I'm not too clued up on just yet, helped with the paper tune and all that kind of stuff. Instead of us having to turn yokes and all that kind of stuff, we were getting a tail down. Don't hold me to it exactly, but we were getting a tail down, so we just tuned both to balance it out, and then everything came right. And then today we're here at the range, and I came through to calibrate the sight for my two different arrows. And with the Garmin A1i Pro, I can set up multiple arrow weights on there. So I've done my standard arrow weight, which is a 520 grain arrow, 520, 521. And that's generating 290 feet per second off the AX-90 with the limbs locked. And I'm on 91 exactly, to be exact, from when we checked on the scale yesterday. So we're getting really good KE. I think we're just under 100 KE on that. And then on the Buffalo arrows, we're getting 244 feet per second on a 780 grain arrow, and that's giving us about 103 KE. So significantly more than my other 80-pound bow, because you're getting extra speed because of the higher poundage. The Garmin A1 sights always makes things easy. You get your 20 meter, and then you literally, with a tape measure in centimeters with touching a few buttons, you can set everything else. And I think to set both my arrow setups today, each one must have taken me 8, maybe 10 shots to get each arrow set up perfectly sighted, perfectly zero. Primarily what sold me on this bow was the ability that it can go to 90 pounds. Do you need it as a bow hunter? No, you don't. But if you've got it, it's nice to have it, it's nice to use it, so why not? And I'm a firm believer in pushing heavy arrows with high poundage. It breaks bone, it gets penetration, and at the end of the day, if I've got a shot opportunity on an animal at, let's say, 30 yards or 35 yards, with that extra 10 pounds on the bow on a 28-inch draw makes a big difference. And I don't want to have to think to myself, flip, I don't have the wrong angle. I want to be able to put that arrow wherever I want for it to go in the goods. And when you're shooting really high poundage with heavy arrows, good strong broadheads, you break bone, you get penetration, and that's what we want at the end of the day, which is quick, clean, ethical kills. And hard-hitting arrows achieve that. From an 80-pound shooter, always having been an 80-pound shooter, going up to a 90, all the videos and the podcast, everyone was saying, if you can't pull heavyweight, don't buy this bow because it's not going to work for you. And surprisingly enough, when I drew it for the first time in the shop yesterday, I was expecting it to be a lot heavier, pardon me, than it actually was. Off the bat, the draw cycle is pretty aggressive till you get to about mid-draw, then everything just smoothens out and it falls in. Very quiet for a high poundage bow, pushing arrows at pretty high speeds. And I changed my stabilizer setup. I've always gone for the bigger stabilizers with more weight. With Hoyt system now, with this little dampener at the bottom and the stand plus the stabilizer, it kind of balances the bow out really nicely. So, shooting at longer distances with this bow, I noticed today,
that's 2 at 75.
I've shot the Alpha X, the RX4, the RX3, and they're smaller ATA bows. And when I had the RX1 turbo, I could always shoot that a lot better and group it better at further distances than any of the other shorter axle to axle bows. And on going with this AX-90, I thought to myself, maybe I'll get that added benefit back because of the slightly longer ATA. And fortunately enough, I have as well. And this bow is an absolute ball to shoot at 70 and 80 meters. It's fun, it's stable, it sits nicely, it's not a lot of vibration, and it just works for me. I'm a Hoyt fan, I'm a Hoyt Fundi, I'm a die-hard Hoyt fan, so that's what we go for. And why 90 pounds? Because we can.